What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Manga Hall. Today I was up in Dale City buying some new work shoes. I don't normally go in such a short period of time to the bookstore up there, but since I was up there getting work shoes, I figured I'd swing in and see if they had anything. I wasn't too hopeful since I was just there 3 days ago, but they actually had some stuff in. I was surprised. Some actually really rare stuff. So didn't get a whole lot today. Well, the stuff I did get, I'm pretty hyped about. So, first, they had a lot of 2s and 3s, not a whole lot of first editions of the series I got, which I'm not, it's kind of a bummer, but if I have to pay full price for the first one, it's not that big of a deal. First one I got is Love and Focus, 2 and 3. This series looks pretty typical. They're a pretty typical slice of life romance. But they're so good, They're kind of a dime a dozen nowadays, but, same reason I eat junk food, same reason I read these. They're just super solid most times. So, all in all, pretty good ad. This one was really popular last season, or a couple seasons ago, which is no matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular. This, they did have 1 and 2 in, so I was pretty hyped to get a first edition. Really nice matte finish and raised lettering on the spine. So this one is kind of a cult classic. I know a lot of people talk about it. A lot of the anime gets a lot of gifs and stuff made out of it. You see resurfacing online all the time. So I watched a little bit of anime. I wasn't super into it, but for $5 each, I figured it's a good add to the collection. I might enjoy the manga a little more than I enjoyed the anime, so I figured I'd give it one more try. Next, we have 2 and 3 of How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. This series went gangbusters when the anime came out. I guess it was 3 seasons ago. It was all anyone would talk about on Reddit and on the internet and on forums. The basic plot of it is follows a high school student who's developing one of those, what are they called? The visual novel, like dating sims, basically. So he recruits a bunch of girls basically in his class to help him code and design the game. And that's the basic plot structure of it. The only reason I picked it up is because of how popular it was. I figured I'd find out what all the hype is about and read it, see how good it is. Worst case scenario, I can sell it and get my money back. So I figured it was worth a shot. Lots of romance stuff this time around. Another romance one I got is School Rumble 1 and 2. This is a very popular old series. I want to say this one, this must be early 2000s probably. They were $3 a pop, so I figured I'd pick it up. This is just one of those fun, goofy manga and anime that a lot of people talk about. So I figured for $6 I'd pick it up. This looked super interesting. Again, Volume 1. I don't know much about this, but it looks like a newer running manga series. I was kind of surprised they had the first copy. It seems from what they're saying, it's from the people who make Yuri on Ice, which was highly, highly accredited when it came out, the anime. To the point where I had a bunch of normies at work even talking about it who don't normally watch that kind of stuff. So I figured I'd give it a shot. It seems kind of the generic, like, dude gets knocked out and wakes up like back in the past and gets a chance to like redo everything. So I figured it was worth a shot. And last but not least, this might be one of the greatest finds I've ever found there. Probably rivaling the time I found Mushishi, which is like an insanely rare series. I found 1 through 7 at Second Charles, which was just, my head about exploded when I saw it on the shelf. You just don't find that kind of stuff. And this time it was Eden, It's an Endless World, Volume 1. For those of you who don't know, Eden's been out of print for probably a decade now or so. Its printing actually ran so short. I actually have some information here. It ran so short that the whole series isn't even in English. They stopped at volume 14 out of, I think, 20 or so. So you can't even get the whole series nowadays if you want, even if you were able to track down all the books. in English because they only stop at 14. That being said, a lot of people still collect it for what a great series it is and how popular it is. It's almost, like I said, it's pretty much impossible to get the whole thing. So to find volume 1 for $4, given that if you go on eBay right now, you're talking $30 to $40 for just the first book. You can also have 2 through 4, 11, and 13s on sale, like an odd mismatched bundle for $80. I think the whole series, if you were to buy it complete 1 through 14, it's about $200 to $250. This is like, it's very highly sought after. Just on the Manga Swap Reddit, which I am on somewhat frequently, there was someone 2 days ago or a day ago asking if anyone had it for sale. And not a lot of people did. One dude did have 1 through 4, 6, 7, 9, and 10 through 14 for sale. He was missing 5 and 8 in the series, and he wanted $270 for it. So I was quite shocked when I saw this on the shelf. As you can see, just by the spine and the pages, it's very, very old, very weathered, but super cool find. This is definitely going in. I have a special barrister case. For those who don't know, it's a glass covered bookshelf basically. I have a special barrister case I keep the rare stuff of my collection in. This is definitely getting a spot in there. So all in all, super exciting find. This was well worth going in and of itself. So like I said, not a ton of great stuff, but this alone, like I said, was worth it. And I think there's some interesting stuff in here. I don't know if any of it's like stuff to write home about, but all in all, I wasn't bummed with the trip. It was a nice drive out there, and I need to get my work shoes anyway. So all in all, I'm super excited for it. Cool stuff to add to the collection, and yeah, guess I'll see you on the next episode.